Hey everyone, you are completely frozen. um, I'm Annalie,
And I am Patricia.
and we are the 50s chicks, and this is not going very smoothly right now.
It is not.
No, is that?
Seems fine.
Hmm.
So, yes, we're the 50s Chicks, and we're here with another episode. And first, we would like to wish everyone well. Hope that you had a good day. Hope that things are going for you. Hope that this journey is doing you right and that you're taking care of yourselves, right?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Indeed.
Especially if you're one of us online daters.
Well, I'm thinking that's only who I was talking to. I'm talking to the gals. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, because it can be frustrating, it can be lonely, it can be what else? Heartbreaking? Yeah, sometimes.
But we got to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves.
Remember, it's them, it's not you.
Exactly. That is a good one. That is right. It is.
Yeah.
So that would have been a good heart moment.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so what are we talking about
we
today?
are going to talk about deal breakers.
Yes, deal breakers.
Things that make you go,
no, 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 no.
Not going to work.
Not today, not today. The devil is a liar, not today.
No, and it's okay to have complete deal breakers. It's okay to look out for you and what you want, what you feel that you need, and don't settle. Yes, don't settle for stuff that you are not okay with.
No,
I should talk. Sometimes I have in the past, not now.
Right.
In the past, I have really tried to really CPR that relationship. And I'm like,
the what do you call it, the defibrillator, and it wasn't even working.
Yes, the AED.
It was off. The electricity wasn't flowing through. Yes. It wasn't, and the mouth to mouth, that was just not.
No,
it didn't help either.
No,
but yes, boundaries are a thing, and they protect us. And deal breakers protect us. So you definitely want to, if there's something,
watch out for those red flags and go, really assess it and look at yourself and go, do I want that?
Right.
And if you don't,
then no, it's a no bueno.
No.
It's a no. And be confident enough to walk away.
Yes.
I mean, with the online dating, as Annalie has said, there's so many choices. Well, there
are a plethora of.
Oh yeah, plethora. There is. Okay, there is quantity. So since there's quantity, you can mull through. And I think I was just saying before, you're only looking for one. So let that one go. It wasn't the one.
Yeah. So what is deal breaker number uno?
Well, there's a lot of deal breakers for different people, but the most common deal breakers, I think, are, I don't know why I keep going up and down. I think smoking is one. Yes. One of the most common deal
and that's
breakers.
Not for everyone, obviously. Yeah, there's some people do smoke.
Yeah, if you're a smoker.
And so then you probably don't care.
Minority.
But yeah, it really is.
But I think the most.
Although if you go to Europe, then that's a real problem because people smoke a lot there still. But here in America, I think it's really on the decline. And most people aren't into smoking.
I was going to say, I've never met, aside from cigars, I have met people that smoke cigars. But as far as cigarettes, I think I met one guy, but I do put no smokers on my thing. But sometimes, those things come through because everybody don't click all the things they need to click.
Yeah, I was going to try to think if I'd come across
a smoker.
I can't imagine because I wouldn't.
Yeah, I unless you didn't know, like if someone you just met, you wouldn't know that they actually smoke. But I think I've come across one that smoked.
Yeah, and I think I've come across ex-smokers, people that used to smoke in the past, but nothing current.
And it's funny because now that I remember the one that did smoke, he put on there quitting or whatever that quit statement is.
I wouldn't trust that.
And we went somewhere and he said he had to go to the bathroom. And I went to look for him and he was over there by the thing smoking. He was busted. And he said, well, I was quitting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so, yeah, smoking I think is universal.
Yeah.
As far as a deal breaker. And yeah, I would not. Now, let's say never, never, never. I think smoking, I don't know if they fit.
I would say no.
Everything.
Unless, well, wait. If they are going to quit and they're motivated, committed to quitting, and they fit all the other criteria,
have to be like shining bright like a diamond.
Yes.
They have to be shining bright like a diamond.
But so in smoking, should we include other things too? Like
what?
Because there's addictions of all kinds.
Oh, yes.
So maybe instead of saying smoking as being the deal breaker,
it's
maybe
addiction.
Addiction.
And you're right. Absolutely. That's a good way. Yes, addiction. Anything, because that addiction interrupts your normal daily functioning.
Yes.
So yes, any addiction.
Something that is just like
any addiction. Then yes, most definitely. Deal breaker for me, for sure.
Messes with their normal daily life. Impedes their functioning on a daily basis.
And it includes relationships, work, and every other thing else. So that's addiction.
So addiction.
Yeah, and it could be any addiction.
Yeah.
So yes, addiction is a no point.
And we've come across addiction.
Yes, all different kinds.
Yes, like really.
Yeah.
Right?
All different kinds. And
I can't think of one addiction we haven't come across. So
I don't know. Like,
actually, no, you.
Oh gosh. Well, that was like a threefer. He had 3 addictions.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
3.
Well, yep.
Yep, so every addiction, and most of them was all in one person.
I guess we haven't come across, you know what we haven't come across? Are kinks. Like, well, I don't think we have. Like,
that we weren't aware of it.
Like, fur babies.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
What else is there?
Like that. Dominatrix.
Well,
is that?
What's the name?
Oh, well, now we said, was he? He could have been, yes.
Some interesting developments.
Yes.
And
but that was after, like, I just met him.
I mean, it wasn't somebody who had a relationship with.
Yeah. But yes, you're right, because he was into some weird stuff.
But then again, that's probably why it didn't become a relationship, because he was waving
weird,
all the red flags.
He was into some weird stuff. So I think we had all
maybe we have. Well, I mean, he was also not fur baby.
No one. I've not known anyone that admitted to that. Now, if they were into that kind of stuff and like the diaper people and and the foot fetishes and all that.
Yeah,
I don't. I don't know of anyone that's. But I don't know.
One time, this is interesting. I did get a message where this guy wanted to come and clean my apartment. And he would pay me to clean my apartment, and I would have to tell him
what to clean,
and how to clean it, my bathroom, everything.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird.
Yo.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm not judging anyone for whatever their thing is, as long as they're not hurting anybody and everything's fine and everybody's adults.
Actually, it sounds like a pretty good deal right now.
Well, until things get... I mean, you don't know what the next level was.
I'm not sure what happened.
Yes, what happened after the house is clean. Okay, now that the house is clean, we can get down to business. now that everything's, because it could have been a germ freak.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't have said freak. No. A germaphobe. But but and didn't want any germs or whatever. Now we getting down to business. Gloves off. That is funny. That is funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was good though, the addiction. And I guess that goes into the whole sexual stuff too. That their sexual behavior is different. You know, that could be a deal breaker for some people. Like I said, I don't judge people for what they do, but there's some things that especially I don't understand it, and I don't want to participate in it. Like if someone was a fur baby, like I wouldn't be able to understand that enough to be in a relationship with someone doing that.
Right.
So there are some sexual behavior that I would not.
Yeah, and that's one thing. Like I don't think I judge it. I just don't want to be part of it.
Right.
I don't get it.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So that's another. That's a deal breaker that I didn't even think of until you brought that in. So yeah, the addictions and the sexual behavior.
Yep.
We're just gonna say relationship status.
Yes. Come on.
Okay. Obviously married.
Because it takes a different. If you're looking for polyamory or those kind of things, there are sites for that. And I feel like really, if you're not on those sites, you're probably not into that.
Yeah. You wouldn't think somebody would be into that.
Yeah. Right. So, don't.
Yes.
Don't withhold that from people, and, don't try to force that upon people. Just do you go to your appropriate sites.
Yes. And don't, because most women looking for on dating sites, especially our age group, are looking for someone who's not married.
Yes. Yeah.
Traditional, unmarried, unattached in any way.
But it's funny to me that even because I know that, well, I haven't seen your profile lately, but I'm going to say that it probably says that you're looking for long-term relationship with one person,
exclusive,
blah, 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 whatever.
Exclusive.
And you still got approached by someone who was trying to say he's in an open relationship and trying to bring you into this thing. And I mean, that's kind of weird that
because they don't look, because they probably don't look. He's shooting a shot. It's a 50% chance, shooting a shot,
I guess so. Yeah.
But I was glad to even be able to speak to someone, because it was interesting for me to even talk to someone, doing that. In
fact, that's a whole episode we need to do.
Did we do that? And I think we talked about
it. We talked about it, but we never delved into it. And that's an interesting,
dynamic, for a relationship. I mean, like I said, as long as everybody's consenting, no one's getting hurt or harmed, and their age, adults, appropriate age adults, I don't have a problem with anyone making their marriage work. However, I do have a problem when the woman doesn't know she's in
an open
relationship.
I think I've been that one, possibly, in the past. So no, we don't like that.
We're not doing that. We're women supporting women. We would not do that to another woman. Nobody wants it done to them. And there's a special place for those women that do that. Intentionally. I believe that's one woman that I'm not.
Heck, I would even do research before, like, even if I would have to have it confirmed that that woman is.
Oh yeah, I would have to meet her and ask her.
Yes,
I would have to ask her.
It would have to come from her mouth.
I would have to ask her, is this true?
Yes, there's no way.
There's no way. If I would do, but I don't know what the benefit would be.
I wouldn't do it. But
yeah.
But if I were into that, then
I would have to get confirmation from the wife.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's a no-go.
No. What else do we have?
So what's another deal breaker? Well, young kids in this age group, having minor kids is a deal breaker for some.
Mm-hmm.
It is for me, but it's one of those soft deal breakers.
Mm-hmm.
Because it has to do with the amount, and I know this sounds bad, the amount of time they're with that child. Well, I mean, I just don't want to be
I think
around
it's a whole
the
different
little child.
lifestyle, because we're in a lifestyle now when our kids are grown, we're kind of moving on, and we're doing our own thing. We had a whole, a whole bit of our life that was raising kids, and I'm kind of past that now.
Yes.
I'm beyond it, and I wouldn't want to go back into it.
Yeah, I definitely would not want to be co-parenting. I mean, in a parental role, I would not be the parent, obviously, but I would not want to be in a parental role. I wouldn't want to be caretaking to or looking after
and
someone
I think that's almost inevitable if they have, unless they have no role in their child's life, which actually is also kind of disturbing in itself.
I wouldn't want to be with someone who was not in their child's life. That's a deal breaker. So if you're not in your child's life, you have a child and you're not with your child, then no, I don't want. Something's wrong with you. You're missing a big piece of something that I don't want to be dealing with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yes, the young children, that is a deal breaker for some. I mean, I'm sure there are some women that would be okay with that.
Yes.
And like I said, that's soft deal breaker for me, because if he was shining bright like a diamond, then I can overlook it. I just wouldn't deal with the child. I wouldn't deal with it. I wouldn't deal with it. I wouldn't deal with the child.
Another thing that's, that if this guy has young children, it kind of is a red flag for me, because then
the OMS.
He was with, he had OMS, old man syndrome, in which he impregnated a younger woman who actually didn't want him except for his money, and then popped out a couple of kids for some extra money for child support.
Years.
No, let me see. Now I'm a hater. Now I'm a hater. I went too far. But
I mean, as sad as it is, that's usually the scenario. But yes, so that's another thing you would look at. How many of these young girl relationships has he had? So the young child is a deal breaker. It's for a lot of reasons a deal breaker. Yeah, especially for our age group. Another age group, it would be fun.
It would be fun.
Yes. Yeah. But no, our age group, it is unique to our age group that is not good.
Yeah.
Because women our age don't have small kids. Because we don't give birth to them.
Not even possible.
Yeah. So all our kids are grown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next.
And we were said if they're unemployed. Now retired don't
count.
Yeah.
And okay, actually, this is also one of those kind of soft ones for me, because if this is a guy that's in between, or
in
between jobs, but he has some actual, he has a lot of prospects. He might have huge prospects or whatever. He might be going from this engineering firm to this engineering firm.
Well, that's not unemployed, really. If he's already got something lined up, I wouldn't count him as...
when I say unemployed as a red flag, it would mean hard on your butt out of work,
just not working,
just no prospects, maybe no education, nothing.
See, I don't think we've never met anyone who was unemployed. They're all retired. Our age group would be retired if they're not
a lot
working.
of retirees.
Yeah. So I guess the unemployed thing, we wouldn't run across that much.
Not much.
Yeah. If we're in age appropriate.
Yeah.
If we're dating age appropriately.
Hardly ever.
Yeah. No. Like that. So I think those are the most common ones. I don't know about the unemployed one though. Now that I think about it,
that one is really not for our age group.
Yeah,
probably
because they're not. If they're unemployed, they're retired.
Yeah,
for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if there's someone who's never worked a job, but I don't know how they would have lived and survived if they've not worked a job.
They lived under a bridge for 50 years.
Yeah, I don't know. Or they were being taken care of by someone. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But there would be all the other deal breakers would be all involved in that before you got to the unemployment.
Yeah.
But yes, because the man is a provider. So yeah, the unemployed wouldn't fly.
What about height?
Oh, I forgot about that. So we'll take unemployed out and we'll add in height.
Add in height.
Because height is a deal breaker for a lot of us really gals.
And it's one of the most lied about things in a man's profile.
Because they get on us about the photo, but they are very fast and loose with the details of their height.
Always adding at least inches. 2 inches.
Yes.
So you have to look at it and then go, okay, minus 2.
Yes.
You do.
I know.
It's a thing. I remember you told me about one where it was ridiculous.
Yes. And he didn't even have his height. See, that's bad on me because the height wasn't on there. Mm-hmm. That is a tell. If the height is not on there, then there's some issue with the height.
Yes.
More often it is lower.
Yeah.
Because I don't know the giants. I think the tallest I've ever seen on a site was 6'7", and there's no way I would deal with that. I wouldn't even deal with the 6'5". But that's the highest, and that was one. Mm-hmm. They're all 6'4", 6'5", and lower.
Yeah.
But so he was very small, and I felt like they get on us about our pictures. That was to me deceiving, because he knows how people react to that height. Mm-hmm. I mean, I was taller than him. Mm-hmm. I'm 5'5". Well, I'm 5'8" with heels, but that's beside the point. Mm-hmm. He was too small. I couldn't. Yeah, there was nothing to work with. I don't care if he was shining bright like a diamond.
Yeah,
that would, but he wasn't. He was not shining bright like a diamond.
And I've gone to dates where they put that they were 5'9". Turns out they were 5'3".
And that was a big
maybe. And I asked about that, and it was, here's the thing, they put 5'9" because that's usually
they'll be weeded out.
Otherwise, they'll be weeded out. They won't have a chance, even though they're a doctor or attorney or whatever they are, whatever
they will be weeded
degree level guy they are. They're going to get weeded out. So
they put the height.
They put the height where they think the women are going to be like, okay, that's my minimum.
Yes.
And
well, they should then tell you, like, remember the guy that he put
actually texted you.
He put what his height was. I think it was 5'7", and I saw it. I mean, 5'7" is on the shorter side for me, but I have since modified my height requirement out of necessity. And he had other things going. Like, it's the whole package for me. And especially,
although I think 5'7" is right there.
Like, that's nowhere I wouldn't go to 5'6" or 5'5".
Under that, then
then no.
You'd be bending down to give that man a kiss.
Right, right. But it said 5'7", and he even asked me, he said, did you see my height? Mm-hmm. And he said what it was, and then he said, and I said, yes, I did. And then he said, are you okay with that? And I said, yes, I am. Mm-hmm. And that was that. Mm-hmm. But he had
But
other
that goes
things.
to show that a lot of women
have an issue. Yes, they do.
Probably be telling him to
like,
keep
no. But but he had other qualities that
made up for it.
Made up for the height.
Yeah, for sure.
But and I don't, and it's okay for you to prefer a certain height. It's nothing, it's not, there's nothing wrong with it. Exactly.
Things.
That's what I was going to say.
Prefer things.
They have their preferences, so we can have ours. And we can be okay
and
with it.
Feel good about it.
Unapologetically.
Yes.
We definitely
will try to make you feel bad about it.
But here's one thing, and I forgot the one guy that was he was 5'7". He did have an issue because he kept asking about my shoes. He did keep asking about, do you ever wear sneakers and things like that.
He wanted you to get down on his level.
And again, if I keep saying, if they buy me all new shoes, designer, even though I don't have designer, they would have to buy me designer for me not to wear high heels. It better be some nice designer.
I can't even see you doing that. Even
if they were nice designer and they bought all of them and they're gonna have to buy a whole lot of shoes. If they did that, I would. If he had done that,
how many shoes would they have to buy?
I don't know, a lot.
A lot.
They would have to. If they're replacing all my shoes that are all heels, except my sneakers I wear to the gym, then they're gonna have to do that for me. But anyway, yeah, he had an issue because he was asking about my shoes and do I ever wear, sneakers and this and that. So he had more of an issue with it than me, because I did it. He had all these other things going for him that the height was just the thing. Yeah, I was like, but my height is 5'11" is my cutoff. To me, that's the sweet spot. 5'9" to 5'11". Yes, I've gone down to 5'7" at this point. But I will date a 6'6". I've gone as tall as 6'3". So, and depending on the guy, some of them, the tall ones don't really look that tall if their body is in proportion.
Yeah.
But like when you get to 6'4", 6'5", all that's like a giant. And I don't know.
I just don't like hugging a crotch. That just, it seems
that's
wrong.
Way too tall.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of tall girls that need those guys. Like us shorter girls don't need to be taking those tall girls. Mm-hmm. They need those guys because they're so tall. They need those guys. So we should not be even dealing with those tall ones, in my opinion. But yeah, so that was good. To talk about those deal breakers, especially the addictions one. That was, I had not thought about that.
Yes, addictions.
So that was good. Yeah,
really something to look out for.
Yeah, and there's
when you're meeting up with these guys from online, because let's face it, a lot of the online guys are online for a reason. Yes. It's not just and here we are online.
We're on there too,
and here we are online,
but we're different.
Oh, yeah.
Girls are different. Girls are different.
Yes.
It's not about us. It's them.
Yes,
we're different.
So check us out on Facebook.
Yes,
we're the 50s Chicks.
Yes,
and we're on Instagram.
Yeah.
Twitter.
Yeah. Okay.
Something else? Well, of course, Spotify.
Yes. But yes, our Facebook group, we're trying to build a community of women, wise and wonderful women out here in these streets, dating and
for support.
Yes, support and guidance and just to commiserate with.
Yes. Yeah. So check out our Facebook page. Make sure you guys tune in for all of our episodes. And look for other things that are coming our way soon. Also, we're trying to start up new things like
I forgot about YouTube. I forgot about YouTube.
Oh, YouTube.
Yes. But yeah, we got to get that.
We got to get that started again.
Yeah.
And also
the live events you were talking.
The live events. We're trying to do some reels and things like that. Some fun things.
Yes,
so
we are.
So make sure you tune in. Thanks for listening this time around, and
live,
laugh, and connect. Till next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.